Hello everyone, what's going on? This is episode 203 Background Noise. I am HydroxideAnt, and we have a bunch of interesting individuals on today's podcast. We have, for the back-to-back weeks, for the first time, and I'm gonna throw out like a year at least, right? Definitely. We got Mark back on the show again.
Yo, what up, people?
Back-to-back. You know, this is weird to throw at Mark, but like, if he makes it 3 weeks in a row, I might have to start calling us the Funky Bunch.
Oh yeah, I'll be here next week.
Oh boy!
I'm working Saturday morning, not night.
Oh, okay. You know, this is great. I love having Mark on the show. It's like, this feels like,
high school.
Yeah, it feels like high school or like, early college even, you know?
Yeah. Before I had a job that did things with my life.
Yeah, you're right. Like, having Mark, Nathan, and I on the podcast, that's like a solid, like, 2 years ago thing, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good feeling, though. Good feeling. And, this is only Rachel's second podcast. Gonna throw that out there. But we have Rachel on tonight's show. Hi,
oh, and Rachel. Yes, we started.
What do you think I just give introductions like for fun? Like
he literally says like, "Okay, I'm gonna start," and then as he's doing his introduction, wait, are we starting?
I'm sorry, I'm still in my league game, right? And
I
just heard something about starting, and then I kind of just let that pass me. And then you said, and then I was like, wait, does he mean he's like starting? And then you started talking, and I was like,
what do you mean by starting? Do you mean like you're actually starting, or you're starting the starting of starting?
Are you starting like now?
Are you like now, or like does now mean 5 minutes, or you know?
Or later, or
tomorrow at some point, yeah. I don't know. But, you know, what can you do? And then we have our boy, Nathan, on the show. Hi, Nathan.
Howdy.
Howdy, man. How are you doing, Nathan?
Pretty good. I've been playing a lot of Battle Right, and I decided, you know what, it's time to play some competitive Battle Right. Did me some solo placements, because, you know, solo YOLO queue. Yeah. And then I ended myself up in Gold 1.
Okay, I want to ask, because I've seen you playing a lot of that. I don't know anything about the game. What's it about?
So, like League of Legends, but purely team fighting. There's no minions, no items, no garbage involved. It's just hit the other person, and every now and then a 60 health orb will spawn in the middle of the map. Get that.
That actually sounds fun.
It's so much fun.
Yeah. Is that a free-to-play, or?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, okay. Might be looking to that.
my only complaint with it right now, and I'm sure this will be fixed sometime in the future, is the amount of people you can have playing at one time. Because it's 2v2s and 3v3s are like the main game.
Okay, so it's not up to like 5v5 or anything yet.
Yeah.
It might not go up
you
to 5v5 to be
max 6 people.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, 3v3 like competitive isn't like a very like widely done thing. I know like Rocket League does 3v3, but like that's a completely different even genre of game. For like anything that has like a competitive scene, kind of competitive aspect. I know Mark, you played, gosh, I can't remember, World of Warships or something that had like a competitive thing, right? But it was like weirdly like that was like 8v8 or something, right?
Yeah. When it went competitive, it was I think it's 7v7.
7v7, okay.
But it's a really big map, so makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, but it's like I find sometimes games who have different numbers to be really cool though. Like 3v3, I'm interested to see like how that plays out because I don't know. How does it play, Nathan?
Crazy. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
There'll be some games where like your team is just doing so well and you're all sticking together and you can get like some sort of crowd control on one guy and you'll just pummel one guy into the ground, and this other guy that's not crowd controlled can't do anything about it. And then there are other games where your team will be completely scatterbrained. One person will be like back in spawn, somebody will be in the middle of the map testing the orb, and the other guy will just in a corner just like hiding. It's ridiculous.
That's great. Is this the kind of game where like if someone was really nuts, they can just destroy them? like, would they be able to like carry a team? Is like, does
It
that happen, or is it
depends
really like
on-
team based?
It's generally very team based. A lot of strategy involved.
Okay.
The champions are very balanced. They're like
That's
except
good.
for like 2 champions, everyone's like super balanced, and it comes down a lot to skill and like knowing how the other champion plays and stuff like that, and knowing how to bait out like counters and stuff like that. It's really cool until you play against either a Destiny or a Thorn.
So those are the two that are unbalanced then?
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
the 2
okay.
that are pretty unbalanced. Like, Destiny's kind of new, so I kind of give her the leave for that one, since she came out, like, Wednesday. And people are still kind of, like, figuring her out, is a good way to put it. But, Thorn, there's no excuse for. They dropped a little nerf on him. Not even a nerf, it was more of just, like, an adjustment. When they did like a patch. I think it was the patch that actually Destiny came out in. And like the comment section was full of "lol didn't even touch Thorn."
Oh man.
It's ridiculous. He's all over the place. He's got CC, he's tank, he has range damage that does damage over time that heals him. He's all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, sounds like a cool game. So that is a MOBA then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got the genre right. Feels good. Point for me. Chris was in chat, which, Chris, you know, you could always hop into the podcast, my guy, if you're around. But, he's saying that he's been playing a lot of Wingmans and Counter-Strike, which is a 2v2 competitive thing that I've completely forgotten about. And I haven't played it at all, and it's like apparently like his really fun game mode. I haven't even touched it yet, so I'll have to try that too at some point. Because it's like it is a competitive game mode too, where I think you get ranks too as well. I might be wrong, but I think you do. I don't know if it's separate ranks from your like matchmaking rank or anything. I actually don't really know how any of that works, but it sounds fun. Sounds like a good time. You know. Anyways, we have a juicy list of topics here. And I'm gonna roll a d20. And we're gonna get one of these topics. Well, now I can grab the d20. There we go. So, there's a few of these topics that have been on this list for legitimately, like, 3 months. And, like, I've wanted to talk about them, but, like, we just never rolled that number.
Aww.
So it's like, I'm hoping, like, let's see, it's not one of those numbers. Cool. So, I want to know Chris's opinion on this when he comes in for this topic I just rolled for. Other than EA, because EA has had, like, a shitstorm recently, what are some companies that you just won't buy products from, generally? Or if there is, I should say.
I mean, I can go first, but
Yeah.
it's obviously going to be car related.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's any product in ever, you know? It's not just, like, limited to video games.
Okay, so, I guess the big two are Dodge and Volvo. Not that I hate either company, but when I was a mechanic for, about 6 months or so, mechanic's assistant, so that people don't jump down my throat. Mechanic's assistant for 6 months. The two cars that either came in the most or were the most annoying to work on were Dodge and Volvo, in that order.
Really? Dodge was worse than Volvo? I thought Volvo was your most hated.
Yeah, same. I thought that was too.
No, Volvo was my most hated to work on, but, like, reliability-wise, they don't really have any issues. Dodge...
Okay.
Yeah, I said my two were Dodge and Volvo, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I didn't mean in that order of how much I hate them. I meant the Dodge has the most reliability issues. Volvos were the most annoying to work on. That's what I meant by in that order.
Okay, no, yeah, I was
curious.
yeah, because I remember like when you worked there that like Volvo was the one you're like I hate working
Oh
on
no,
this thing.
I hate Volvos.
Yeah.
Not that they're a bad car. If
You
you,
just-
like Volvos,
they're hard to
they're
work
a
on.
great car. They're just your mechanic can tell you they are horrible to work on. I hate them. They overcomplicate so many things. But
man. Yeah,
yeah,
Dodge really? Yeah, because I know Dodge like they don't have necessarily the greatest history of reliability, but they still have some really
Remember
nice
our,
cars to be honest.
I'm not gonna name names, but do you remember our overly religious physics teacher?
Yes.
Okay. He drives a Dodge Durango.
Oh well, yeah, okay, They Durangos, yep. Okay,
yeah.
you said it. You hit the nail on the head.
Over like, I think it was like 5 years that he was coming to our place. My boss told me they've replaced the radiator 5 times
Oh.
and the fuel pump 3 times.
Why even have that car?
And they were buying it from the factory. They were getting their parts straight from the factory. We weren't like buying used parts or from a secondary manufacturer. No, straight
Crazy.
from the factory. And it was just like, I don't get how it can be that bad. Like, he was just a long-time customer, so they had like a big history with him. But like, Dodges came in a lot for things that honestly should be like replaced like maybe every 10-15 years.
Like way too
But they
often.
come in-
Yeah.
it would be like 3 years later, oh, I need a new one. Mainly radiators. For whatever reason, Dodge, I don't think they're good at making radiators. Radiators was the biggest thing that we got from Dodge. But, yeah, no,
Buddy joined your channel.
Chris.
hello.
Hello.
Mark is actually talking about cars right now, Chris.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Chris. I own a Dodge.
Yeah, that's why I was like waiting for this combo to get. Yeah, but no. Like I was gonna bring up at some point. I don't know if Challengers Chargers really have that
Oh
bad.
my god. You go through brakes and an entire suspension on like a multi-year basis.
Really, that bad?
But
Okay.
it's also, you just kind of like reach in there and pull it out and put it back in because they're so basic and there's so nothing to them. So they're not reliable. That's not a thing, but they're easy as hell to work on. So
At least that's
I
like
don't mind.
a fair
And replacement
trade-off.
Parts for Mopar are usually really cheap because the cars are really cheap because they're not reliable.
Like Dodge?
Yeah. Oh, hey, I just know for a fact no one in this team suit's going to bat for Volvo.
Sheldon's gonna get a Volvo soon.
No,
probably.
that's Sheldon!
No, like, as I said,
Anyone with
I
Sheldon?
don't think Volvo is a bad
Nah,
car.
it's fucking around, yeah, I know.
They're
Sheldon currently has an '03 Golf and everything on it, like everything on it's annoying, and Sheldon's just going deeper into that. Like the back discs. Okay, first off, they use they use fuck, how would I describe? They use bolts instead of nuts for the lugs. So you have to hold the wheel in place or get it just barely on the center hub in order to put the bolts in. But then when that comes to brakes, because the disc doesn't just sit on the bolts that are already there because they're not there, they have a little screw that screws in one spot to hold the disc in place, and it's a fucking Phillips head. So those got drilled out when he had to do the brakes. There was no fucking hope.
Poor Sheldon.
It was just awful.
When it comes to a car for Sheldon, I always picture like something really troll, though. To be honest, like I picture him like finding like the most annoying car in the world and getting it.
Well, he drives a red 03 completely bottom tier model Golf Like, no power locks, nothing. He has two 12-inch subs with a 1000-watt RMS amp in the back that can shake a neighborhood. He's got a 42-inch light bar that looks like the sun when he turns it on across the roof. He's got a huge 4-foot CB antenna whip hanging off the back for his CB antenna. Yeah, it's troll as fuck. It's Sheldon.
Sheldon's just a walking meme.
Likes to pull up at stoplights and look across out the passenger side at the person across from him in the other car and lean over and hand roll down his hand crank windows while staring them right in the face. And then we'll, without saying anything, sit back, you know, and just face dead forward for the rest of the duration of the light.
That's so awkward.
Sheldon is my favorite person, dude. Oh my god. This is why Sheldon's just the best person that was ever born. I don't care what anyone says. He's the greatest human that's alive right now.
I mean, right now he does pizza delivery in that car.
It's so great! did Sheldon tell well, okay, but I'll tell the podcast. Did Sheldon tell you that he had to break into someone's house to, like, give them pizza?
I mean, I heard about the time he had to, like, 3 guys ordered a pizza, and when he showed up, he, like, called the number that was on it and was like, hey, I can't get through the front door, and they're like, oh, yeah, that's fine. That's because we're gonna need you to come through
this is the same
basement
story.
window.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I think he said, like, they told him, like, this is what Sheldon said, like, to come through the back or the side or something, and that was also locked, so he just went through the window.
Yeah, he ended up going I was phone delivery. I think it happened for another one now. He had to go through, like, the basement window. And
That's
then,
beautiful.
and then he had to go back out the basement window because they were like, no, we can't open the front door.
What do you mean, no?
It's like, what I have to go back out the window?
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, he was confident. They needed snacks in the middle of their robbery.
And then you went with it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He got paid. He got a decent tip, apparently, so he didn't care.
And that's fine.
Yeah, they want to make sure he didn't say anything.
They gotta pay him. Yeah, because, like, if you come back with no tip from that, I would tell my boss, alright, this is sketchy. They told me to go through the basement window.
And they didn't tip me.
They didn't tip me either, man. Like, calls the cops. There's some sketchy people in this house, man.
Order pizza, not tip someone.
Exactly. So, Chris, I don't know if you heard the topic, but right now we're talking about companies.
I did hear the topic.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Companies other than EA that you wouldn't buy from anymore.
EA.
Okay. I mean, I think most of us would say EA.
I was going to say that, but I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty sure that's a given.
Yeah,
so
I think we all just, like... You know, this... So, I'm gonna just... A brief little tangent here. I'm so sad that EA is the one that is in control of Mass Effect. You don't understand how upset that makes me. I go to bed every night and I stay up. I think about that for a few minutes every night, and I'm just like, this is horrible. How do I save my baby?
You guys remember Burnout?
Yes.
Well, thanks EA.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that series till you EA'd it.
Mm-hmm. Every game, eventually they'll EA it.
Yeah. They milk them until they don't make money, and then they blame them not making money on a lack of interest, not on their changes they've made, and then they'll scrap that studio or that game.
Yeah. That's EA for you.
So Microsoft.
You wouldn't buy from Microsoft either.
Okay, like that rule I'm touch and go on. Like I'll buy an Xbox controller.
Oh, well, okay.
I'll buy other of their hardware.
Is it just not an actual Xbox, or?
I refuse to buy an Xbox, a copy of Windows. I haven't gone through on it. So I bought a laptop, and I started looking into the process it would take to get a refund on the Windows copy that came with it, and it is way too much of a pain.
So you just got a free copy of Ubuntu and went off that?
Well, yeah, I booted up the laptop when I first got it to make sure everything was fine. But I didn't, and I did the same thing with my tablet. I didn't accept the user agreement that you have to do at the start, I shut it down because once I get to the user agreement, I know it's all good. Shut it down and rebooted it onto some form of Linux and installed that.
Chris is the Linux fan, Mark, in case you didn't know this.
That, I mean, okay, you're gonna hate me, but I did go to Windows after Linux. But that was mainly because my dad didn't remember the password for this computer, because I got it from him.
Okay.
And he's like, well, I kind of need to erase the entire hard drive anyway, because my dad did a lot of government contracts engineering-wise.
Yeah.
Like, serious stuff. Like, one of the things he was allowed to tell me was the Javelin missile system.
Ooh.
If anyone remembers COD.
Holy moly.
Modern Warfare 2. Because he was electrical engineer, but he specialized in lasers. So any like laser targeted missile he probably worked on at some point.
Wait, so would your dad have the knowledge to put a laser beam on top of a shark's head?
Thank you.
Probably. Not that it would do much, but probably.
I just want sharks with frickin' laser beams on their heads.
Yeah, but he told me, like, you kind of need to erase the entire hard drive anyway. So I just had my friend put Ubuntu on this and delete everything, and then I just...
I think you're solid.
Yeah. I had the Windows key.
Oh wait, that was Steve, right?
So I just... Yeah, that was Steve.
Okay.
And then I just used the Windows key to put it back to Windows after everything was wiped.
Hmm.
I do have a boot partition of this computer that has Windows on it.
Hmm.
I got the license from my college program. And I use it for PUBG.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, because there's some games... That's a downfall of Linux, like, to me at least, is that, like, there are, like, a decent amount of games that, like, I like that you can't play in Linux.
And that's the problem, is you're looking at it as a downfall of Linux and not a downfall of the developers making those games.
That is completely fair, but I'm just saying, it's just not on it, you know? That's...
So, this one's not so much a company, but for the most part, again, there's a few that have broken that rule. Any game that doesn't release with a
Linux, like, copy of it?
Full native Linux release. I'm pretty good about not ever buying those.
I feel like you've bought, like,
Fair.
3 of those that didn't in the last, like, ever.
I think I'm up to 5 that completely do not have a native Linux.
Pub is one. Didn't My Summer Car not as well?
My Summer Car doesn't have native Linux. Pub. I bought Star Citizen after at around the same time I switched to Linux.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that would be considered. I recently bought The Forest.
Oh, okay, I've heard about The Forest before, yeah.
And I feel like there's a couple
one
car ones I've purchased, but basically I have a whole bunch of Windows-only games, but those are all from before I switched.
Ah, okay. That was before you broke your habit. So, for a product that I might not buy, again, this is a might, I will throw out there. Like, lately I've been not wanting to keep with Apple anymore.
No, I'll never buy anything from Apple. That's a good point.
Because this is my second iPhone I had. Both have lasted me a really freaking long time, though. So, like, no complaints there. It's just the next steps up are ridiculous in price. Like, the iPhone, even, like, the iPhone, like, 7 is, like, probably, if I had to guess, is easily $600 still, or something. Maybe more. And you have to pay, like, most of the time. Like, here for, like, the cell phone company I have, you know, you have to pay it by month. So you have to pay, like, $30 a month until it's paid off or something. Which is annoying. Well, you can pay more, I guess, but, like, no one really does. But, like, I don't know. The iPhone 10. You know, no way.
Yeah. No, I'm moving over to anything else.
It's after this phone. I think I'm moving to something Android related, probably.
Yeah,
Yay!
Something that, you know, is still like a nice phone, but like maybe I'll be like Ryan or Sheldon and get like a 5 or a 4. There's a company called OnePlus, and it's like the OnePlus 3, and then there's OnePlus 4. So I call it the 4 and the 5.
Yes, there's the 1+4.
Yeah, I mean, Tony, you're just good, so good at math, dude.
Because I think Ryan owns a OnePlus 3. So every time, like, I would ask him, hey, how's your 4 doing? And he's like, what? Your 4? Come on, the phone company is called OnePlus. There's no way they didn't expect this joke to be made.
I remember when the 2 launched and everyone was like, this is a weird new company and this is a weird new phone.
The OnePlus, was it called the OnePlus 2?
Oh, it was called the 1+1.
You mean, oh, so the 2.
And I was like, what? The funny thing was, I didn't like look it up for the longest time, and they spelt it like one, however they do their like thing.
Yeah.
Right? It's like 1 plus as like spelt out and then just the number 1.
Yeah.
But I only watched like YouTube videos of tech news and shit. So it was just a whole bunch of people being like the 1+1, and I'm like, you're all bad at math.
Right? It's like it does say 2.
Shouldn't we just solve this?
It's like, yeah, it's like if I left 1+1 on like a math test at any point in my life, I would got points off. That's what.
Unless I had to expand 2, I would have. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all right, expand 2. That's a random fucking question. Okay, sure.
I'm just gonna simplify this phone. This is the 2.
Yeah, this is the 2, and then like Sheldon is getting the 5.
They also can't count because they released like the 1+3, so the 4, and then they released the 1+3T, and then they released the 1+5.
Huh?
I was like, you guys missed a number.
Yes,
there.
you guys would have missed a number.
You literally just had to add your name and the last phone you made.
That
and
reminds
you
me of
fucked
my
it up.
favorite Windows, which was Windows 9.
It's the only Windows I'd be willing to run.
Yeah. I mean, Windows 9, honestly, the best Windows that was ever made. I don't care what
Are you
anyone
guys
says.
excited for the iPhone 9 release?
No, I'm not an iPhone person.
I'm just
Not
excited
am
that
I
they came out
anymore.
with the 10, and soon they'll come out with the 9.
Yeah, I don't understand. So it's just like, when I got this iPhone, I have the 5S, which I've had since, like, I want to say I got it, like, junior year of high school. So I've had it for at least 4 years now, I would say. I paid like $125 for it or something. Because like back then, my cell phone company gave you an upgrade, and then it was like the upgrade plus that. They don't do that anymore. I'm pretty sure. No more upgrades. But that, like, I'm like $125. I'm like, okay, that's worth it, you know. Like, to be honest, if like the newest iPhone came out and they're like, oh, $125, they're probably like, yeah, sure. I mean, like, why not at that point?
It
But
would be stupid if you didn't take it.
yeah, it's just
Right?
yeah, exactly. But does anyone else have companies that they wouldn't buy from again?
On phones and computers.
Yeah.
I
I feel like you have a good amount of these, Chris.
yeah, I build up a lot of hatred.
How you live life.
Sometimes I can direct it towards companies rather than people, so that's good.
It's improvement.
Apple is a big one. I finally got rid of my iPad, so I'm completely rid of them forever. Samsung, I don't like what Samsung currently. Maybe when they come out with their own OS for their phones, I'll change my mind. But currently, my experience with their fuckery with phone OSs and updates and TV OSs, I try and avoid buying Samsung. However, you can't avoid Samsung. Because, for example, if you buy an iPhone, you bought 2 Samsung components at least. Because they're everywhere.
I think Ratio owns
I'm
a
looking at,
Samsung,
like-
right?
Yeah, I own a Samsung, but like, I'm not particularly a fan. I would choose Samsung over Apple if I had like, if those were the only 2 choices.
Yeah.
But it's not like I have anything against Apple. I don't know. I just like Androids a lot more. So, and Samsung is like the only one I do know. So I'm like, okay, I'll go with that one.
I've got nothing against that, per se. I've been looking at monitors recently, and they're all Samsung panels inside of these random Korean monitors. So, like, that's gonna be a Samsung purchase. It's mostly just, like, the way Samsung chooses, like, hey, we're gonna use Google's stuff, but we're not gonna make it the nice stuff Google uses. We're gonna make our own thing. Like Samsung Pay, and the way Samsung does NFC, and what are some other good examples? The whole Samsung UI, the fact that all of the Samsung phones come with like the Samsung Store and the Google Play Store and the Samsung Music app and the Google Play Music app and the Samsung video app and the, you know, videos app. Why? Stop it. Why?
Yeah, like you don't need 2 of each.
Yeah, that
But-
makes sense.
You don't need 2 of each, and the Google ones are really well made and really well integrated to Android, and Samsung keeps fucking that up. Also, I just don't like the UI that they do. Anyways, I mean, I'm still pretty pissed off with LG making Facebook a default app on my phone that I can't uninstall and can only disable.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That sounds so stupid.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That one's annoying. And I can't read it. Because they pulled a Samsung on that one and made it so...
No. That's not good.
No bueno.
You know, Samsung. In terms of computers, this is like the Cars one for like reliability and ease to work on. And I'm never gonna buy anything but the highest end of Dells ever again. I can never buy an Alienware, and I can't really look people who do in the face most of the time. I despise HP with a passion, both their printers and their computers. Acer is just awful.
You know, like I'm just like every time you're naming like a company, I'm just like, oh, no, he hasn't named my laptop yet. Okay, he's still in there.
What laptop do you have so I can name it?
It's an MSI.
Yeah, MSI's fine.
Solid.
I was actually like hoping. I was like, don't say Acer, don't say.
MSI,
I made the
Asus, when they do laptops, sometimes Samsung, the high-end Dells, few of those are alright, but I've had so much experience taking apart HPs, and trying to repair the fucking hinges for the screen.
Oh no.
Don't get an HP laptop, whatever you do. And only get an Acer laptop if you want a disposable laptop.
Oh, okay.
Rachel, how's your disposable laptop over there?
I don't know. It was in my like price range, and
So you need to up your price range.
We're broke college students.
yeah, that's why I went for it.
I mean, it does all Rachel needs it to. It plays League.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
fair. All Rachel wants.
If that's the only thing you need in your life, then I'm sure
not
it's
even
fine.
like using it. I gave it to my brother.
Oh wait, then what do
funny.
you have?
I have the shit one that my mom threw at me.
Wait, why didn't you do that the other way around?
Cause I already have. I don't know. I didn't like the cover on the other one that I got. It left fingerprints everywhere. And plus, I had stickers on this one, and I kind of want to keep the stickers.
Aesthetic over function.
Yep.
You have stickers on your
works
laptop, I
fine.
can't talk to you.
Oh, another big thing was it didn't connect to Mark's Wi-Fi. which
Wait,
is
that
really
never got
annoying.
fixed?
No,
No.
Oh,
it's just specifically Mark's house. Like, it works everywhere else besides Mark's house.
And yet other laptops do work on my Wi-Fi. So it was something specific between my Wi-Fi and her laptop and nothing else.
Like that computer that I got, it works at my house and it works at Brookdale and it, works at, I don't know where else we go we can get Wi-Fi.
it worked at Eric's house.
Yeah, it worked at Eric's too.
Yeah.
Just wouldn't work at Mark's house.
Chris, you're good. You're smart with computers. Why would that be a thing?
Fix it.
Reinstall Windows or install a real OS.
Ooh.
And then if it's a driver issue, I don't know, replace the NIC.
If you ever want that laptop back, do exactly what he said.
Okay.
In all honesty, I would suggest trying reinstalling Windows and updating the drivers, and if that doesn't work, you can usually replace the Wi-Fi chip in a laptop.
Oh.
You can A, get a better one, and B, just replace it, and that will probably fix it. Although, on an Acer, you might just break everything or have to take everything apart just to replace the Wi-Fi chip, which should just be a quick access thing, like it is on an MSI laptop.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I was really hoping, Chris, you were gonna say, first of all, you just gotta uninstall Windows and download Linux.
I mean, see, the thing is, that is a great, like, if I was there, that is what I would do, and not just because I'm not using that Heathen OS and Linux is so much better, but also because I could actually see, like, logs of what's going wrong and determine the problem based on that. But why would Windows give the user any information so that they could fix a fucking problem?
It's because they secretly have a deal with, like, Best Buy and stuff for them to, like,
No,
fix
they have a
shit.
deal with random Indian call centers.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
From Windows support.
So one note's kind of funny. To no avail. I tried fixing Rachel's laptop once, and the entire time I just talked at the laptop with an Indian accent.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that
I'll
was
be
the
honest,
thing that happened.
If someone handed me an Acer to fix, I would try and do that so I wouldn't have to touch it. So
Like, everyone left the room and I was still talking at it. The Indian
No, it
accent.
was just me and you, because
Yeah.
Mark went to work.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
And then I
Yep.
was like, do you want anything to drink? Because, you know, I don't know, I have to give you something, you know, anything. And you're like, yeah, I'll just have water. And I went to get the water, and I can hear him in the living room at the other side of the house just talking to it. I'm like, why are you still talking to it?
Hydro, I think you have a very promising career in computer repair.
I think I'm good, you know? Slide me into one of those call centers. No.
Can you just hold the cell phone up to your laptop, please?
I just talk to it. Is it working? No. Hangs up. What?
We're out of options, sir. Goodbye.
Oh man, that's great. That was that's in like my top 10 favorite things I've probably ever done in my entire life. I was really happy with that. Yeah, because like I kept the accent going too for like a good while.
Yeah, for the rest of the night. And I was like,
Yeah.
why are you still doing this?
It's because I was talking to it in its language. I was speaking its language. That's the only way it would work, and it's still
The
didn't.
only way.
Had to understand me.
Yeah, like, how would it understand me like this, right? Like, I just wouldn't. You know,
Asking the true questions, Tony.
in hindsight, I should have just called Sky. So,
I brought one of your brethren. Needs help.
Sky, it's like, Sky, talk to it. What the fuck do you mean? Talk to the computer. You no? He's like,
It doesn't work like that.
Sky's like, do you hear Indian in my voice at all? I'm like, no. Fair.
This guy.
That's why, I forget what Sky's even... No, Sky's gonna be Sky's was a smart boy. I think he's gonna be a pharmacist or something.
Huh, he's gonna be a drug dealer? Awesome!
Yeah, I'm gonna get all my drugs from Sky.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's a hard
That's almost certainly what he wanted to be,
Yeah.
because I
thing to do.
remember people making those same jokes.
Yeah, because it's like, we're gonna all get our drugs from Sky.
Well, you know, my sister's a pharmacist, and it's like, I always knew you'd grow up to be a drug dealer.
You know, if you really want to deal drugs, and you don't live in, like, Colorado, pharmacist is really the way you gotta go.
Hey, maybe Canada soon. Like,
Ooh, interesting.
soon. Nah, Ontario's gonna fuck it up again.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, do you want to know a fun fact about your prime minister? He once named 2 baby pandas.
Wait, what?
Yep, I knew that fact, and that was the fact that Hydro will raise.
It's the only thing I can ever say about him.
It's the only thing you should ever have to say about him.
Because it's like, he's better than our president. How many baby pandas has Trump named? I guaranteed 0. Turns out, like, he sees a tweet, I just named a whole, like, panda exhibit. I think I'm Trump supporter now. He's won me over by the baby pandas.
Yeah, no, he wins. That's it. We're done.
He has more baby panda names than anyone else. You know, I'm gonna quickly Google something.
Okay.
How many baby pandas has Trump named?
Baby pandas. Well, actually, I googled who has named the most baby pandas, and
Who currently holds the record?
yeah, so I'm trying to figure out, and like, it's not really giving me the results I was hoping for.
So this is like top tier white people competitions right now.
What? These are not what I was looking for.
Uh-oh.
I don't think so. Apparently Michelle Obama named a baby panda.
Yes.
I knew she was good first lady. Like, she named it Bebe.
That's racist.
What?
She named it Bay. Bebe. She went to... It's spelled B-E-I, though.
That's so racist.
What does that
I
even
don't
mean?
Need you to...
It's...
It's okay. It's more suitable.
It's... What... Does that mean a thing, Rachel?
Mm,
There's a lot... These pandas are adorable, I'll tell you that. There was a... Don't know. Dude, I wish I could go back to November 22nd, 2016. There was a competition to name baby pandas. And I missed it!
Oh no, Tony.
Oh my god, Tony.
How?
Just ruined.
oh.
Yo, so it's official. If I ever make a time machine, I'm going back in time to name those goddamn baby pandas. It's my first stop. Then I'll kill Hitler. In that order. Oh, the public has spoken. Zhang is the name of Ueno Zoo's newest star in Tokyo. Yeah, so
Gotcha.
none of these are, apparently that name was voted for 1,161 times by people. These are still not what I want to know. When you go, I googled who has named the most baby pandas, and you gave me Michelle Obama with 1. That's not the most.
Thanks,
One.
Michelle Obama.
Thanks, Obama. Michelle Obama, that is.
The
Yes.
record for naming the most baby
Hello?
pandas. Alright, I changed up. No, it's still not what I wanted, because it told me that, like, over 300,000 people suggested names for the one panda I just named.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's not what I want. I want to know the person that has the power to name a baby panda and has had the most.
But that's not what I want.
It's not what I want to know.
People, come on.
I'm pretty sure it's just Trudeau.
I think
and
he's
two.
winning. Yeah.
I think Canada's winning right now.
Yeah. Do you guys even have pandas?
Yeah, we have 2 of them in the Toronto Zoo.
Yeah, it's fucking around, yeah. Yeah, there's 2 of them. They're probably not babies anymore, but like they're in the zoo somewhere. Alright, you know, I didn't
Pretty sure
get
we
through.
bought them just to hold that title.
You know, okay. I'm saying right now, if I ever become really rich, I am buying 3 baby pandas, and I am naming them all. What will I name them? That's a good question. I will think on this until that day. But, like,
Okay.
I will name this goddamn baby pandas. Because they're adorable, and they're babies, and they're pandas, and, like, they're just, like, they're like a polar bear and a black bear, and, like, they just were confused and, like, you know, had a good time, and the panda bear came out. I like to think that's the origins of the panda bear.
That's exactly, yes.
That it actually just reminded me of Peter's shirt now, where like the black bear and the polar bear do the fucking Dragon Ball Z thing.
Oh, the fusion?
Yeah, and it turns into a polar bear. Oh no, a panda bear. A polar bear and a black bear fuse and turns into polar bear. Oh my god! Ow! Yeah, is that how... Does anyone know animal, like, physiology enough to prove that that's not how pandas were made?
Well, I mean, polar bears are black and white bears too.
There's black polar bears?
No, but their skin is actually black.
Tony, don't be racist.
But I thought... Wait, their skin... Really? Their skin's black?
Their
Yeah, their
skin's
skin's
black,
black.
and their fur's basically clear and just reflects the white.
Wait, so if you put, like, a polar bear, like, somewhere else, it wouldn't be white?
I am not putting a polar bear anywhere else, thank you.
Like, Chris, if I put a polar bear in your room right now, would it be the color of your server?
Blood.
Would it
mean,
reflect off your
that's smart.
servers? Like, is that...
A good question that I don't know the answer to.
You know who I could probably convince to let me put a polar bear in their room?
Who?
Kyle. I feel like Kyle would accept the fluffy bear in his room.
You're not wrong.
Like, I think Kyle would accept it with open arms, and... Yeah, it wouldn't end well, but, like, he got the fluffy bear in his room for a little bit, you know. I'm a close second, to be completely honest with you. I'm really tempted, just for science. Wait, but, like, someone else would have to be there, though, because I wouldn't be able to tell you if it's not white anymore.
Good one.
Or I'll just, like, FaceTime someone. I got the polar bear! What color is it? You know, wait a second. I think I just solved everything. So you know how Coca-Cola was once made with cocaine? And everyone knows it's a common fact that polar bears drink lots of Coca-Cola.
Naturally.
Yeah, I mean, it's all over their cans and stuff, so it can't be not
Especially
true.
with the excess amounts in Antarctica.
Yeah, so, like, yeah, there's just so much Coca-Cola in Antarctica, they just keep drinking it, you know? It's like water for them. Because there's no water there, obviously.
Where are you
It's all
going with
ice.
this?
Polar bears are white because of all the Coke they do. And drink. So where's going with that?
And drink.
Because the cocaine was originally in Coca-Cola. That's why they're white. The overexposure over decades to cocaine has turned them white.
Are you, like, pounding on your desk while you're saying this?
Slightly.
Because I'm, like, hearing, like, you're, like, talking and you're like, ugh.
Well, no, I was going, like, you know how, like you would section out a conversation and be like, here, here, and here? That's what I was doing while I was talking about it, making my points like this.
Yeah, your little bullet points.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. Anyways, hey Mark, do you have a D20?
Yeah, I do.
Could you roll
course you
D20
do.
so I stop talking about the reason why polar bears are white and this gets even weirder?
Yeah. Let me give you a roll.
Save us.
13.
Hey, Chris, you're here, right, still?
Yeah.
You're gonna like this one. 13 is ingredients that can ruin food for you.
That breaks down into glucose too quickly.
Yeah. So, for Chris and I think it's kind of obvious.
Lactose is also a no bueno one.
Yeah, so, yeah, obviously food allergies, but, like, I more meant like an ingredient that you can eat, Chris. Let's try to challenge ourselves and do that. Like an ingredient that you can eat that like you're like, nah, if that's in it, I just won't touch it.
I'm not a picky person, so like I can't think of.
Ooh, this is not something like you.
There's nothing I can think of. So there's a lot of things I won't eat like on their own. But generally
something.
Like I don't like peppers, like sweet peppers.
Oh, okay.
But generally, if that's put into something, I'm not opposed to it, ever. So nothing really comes to mind. So I'm boring. Good luck with everyone else.
Yeah, for me, it just creeps me out like an anchovy or something.
Ooh.
Like, I would never touch anything that had that on it.
Oh. Okay.
Does that mean you like anchovies, Rachel?
I don't like anchovies, but I don't even know what it's called because I just grew up eating it. But I don't think they're anchovies because they're like super, super tiny.
Anchovies aren't that big, I don't think.
Yeah, but like, my grandmother would give me these tiny little fishes.
Okay.
Else?
And they're like no bigger than your fingernail, let's say.
Oh, no.
Like the length. And they're like sun-dried and they're like all crispy.
Huh.
And you just eat the whole thing, like the head and the eyeballs are still there. You know, like just the whole thing's there.
Yeah.
And then when you bite into it, it's like all crunchy and you don't really taste anything besides salt.
Huh.
So we would eat that with rice. And that's like a sense of protein, kind of.
I mean, yeah, like any kind of fish and fit. Did I say fish?
Yeah.
I mix fries and fish together.
Frozen fish.
But yeah, any type of fish I think is really good in protein for the most part. I'm not a seafood person though, to be completely honest. I don't really necessarily like seafood.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like to see my food before I eat it, but that's about it.
I mean, Kyle can't, but okay.
I can't see it after I eat.
Oh, he definitely can't see it after either. During, even, I would say.
Yeah, probably during.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, I want Kyle to give us a detailed analysis of when exactly he can stop seeing, like, in the eating process. Like, is it first bite? Is it, like, how many bites in does it take? It's like knowing how many, like, licks it takes to get to the center of, like, a Tootsie Pop. Like, no one will ever know.
Sure.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't remember the topic.
Food ingredients that ruin food.
There we go. This is
Oh,
why.
I know one.
What?
I don't know if it's just me, but I know like a lot of people think this way cilantro.
See, like, I can't tell you what cilantro tastes like or looks like.
So cilantro is an odd one because, from my understanding,
Cilantro.
it's
What's
what's the term? I don't know. I suck at biology because it's not a science.
Okay.
Feel you there, bro.
Apparently, cilantro is known as Chinese parsley.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And
really?
some,
Yes, the biological term.
yeah, and yeah, okay, that's all I got. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So there's like a gene linked to why some people enjoy the taste of cilantro and some people think it tastes like soap or other certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So there's actually like a gene apparently that relates to why some people just absolutely can't stand cilantro, and they genuinely just straight up taste it completely differently than people who generally enjoy cilantro. I'm sure there's people who taste it normally and don't like it though.
I don't know if I've ever had cilantro, to be honest with you. I kind of want to
They're
try
usually-
I don't think I
cilantro
have either.
and know if I want to know if it tastes like soap.
They're usually like they're like used in like Thai wraps or something. I don't know what else are they using for.
I mean,
I don't know, maybe like some kind of salsa, like mango salsa maybe.
I've had mango salsa before. Mango salsa is delicious.
It is.
Guacamole usually has some cilantro in it. A lot of Mexican foods. I think most normal chopped salsas
Mm-hmm.
have a bit in it. I normally do like burritos, tacos, fajitas and stuff with some cilantro in them.
It's like, you know the pho place that we go to, Tony?
Yeah.
They would have like little bit of cilantro on top of like as a topping on the soup, and I would pick them out because I just don't want them in there.
So have I eaten cilantro then?
Yes.
I'm most likely.
Bet on it.
Had pho.
Maybe we'll point it out next
Yeah.
time.
Cilantro haters, it's not your fault. It's
just
legitimately a New York
broken
Times
people.
article.
I had to go through a few less liked news sources,
Yeah.
less preferred news sources. But there is a New York Times article on this, so you know it worked out.
Alright, there you go.
And there's a picture of cilantro, if that helps at all, Tony. For some reason, it's between
Two bars of soap?
Yeah.
So for the audience,
clean
it
cilantro.
legitimately is in between 2 bars of soap. That's amazing. That picture is beautiful. It tastes like soap. Why is this one in between 2 bars of soap? It's definitely gonna taste like soap.
It's basically a sandwich made by the people who don't like cilantro for the people who do like cilantro.
Oh, it's like so you can taste what I taste kind of deal. Yeah.
Here, this is what cilantro tastes like. Accept it.
You want me to eat a bar of soap? Yep. Alright. I don't wanna. Oh man. Alright, is there any other kinds of ingredients? Anyone? Like, it turns you off kind of deal? Or?
Maybe I'm just like not a picky eater, but I usually don't have a problem with like most things.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I agree with the anchovies just because. Ugh.
Yes, there's definitely some foods that are just repulsing to think about, like, you know, those definitely.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms aren't the worst in the world.
I don't like the texture.
I love mushrooms.
I don't actively seek mushrooms out. I'll say that much.
I do.
What?
I don't like mushrooms.
No, by that
Yeah.
I meant like
Seek them
I
out for
yeah,
bad.
I don't.
Yeah, like I would, like, no.
That's fair.
Make
You
sure to take them
actively
out.
avoid,
Yeah.
not seek out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
The same thing with eggplants, like, they're just mushy.
I don't think
Yeah,
I don't really
eggplants,
eat
yeah.
eggplant ever.
I'm not really a fan of eggplant, no.
Like, what else is eggplant used for besides, like, you know,
Eggplant parmesan or something like that.
yeah, like, what else is there?
Baba Ganoush.
What else is there?
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. It's a dip that basically just tastes like garlic. Well, how could people not like that?
That sounds delicious.
Like, if you do it like that,
Can I
that's
eat it?
fine, but, like, what's...
I think if eggplant was in anything else, I wouldn't, but I would be down for that. I don't know, Tony. I actually don't know if you can eat it, but I think you can.
Baba Ganoush.
I just
Wow,
don't
I
know what
actually
you-
was able to type that out. That's impressive.
I'm impressed. I don't know, actually know. I think it starts with a B.
It's Baba Ganoush.
Yep.
Starts with a B. I'm like, good job.
It says it's cooked eggplant mixed with tahina, olive oil, and various seasonings. The Arabic Baba means father, while
Oh.
Ganoush could be a personal name. It's associated with Armenia, Egypt, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Palestine, Syria, and Turkey. So you should give this to Jordan. See what he says.
See what he
I wonder if Jordan's ever
It's
thought
like-
about going to
it's
the
like
country
really
of Jordan.
cool, but like they're like mushy. And bleh.
And that's why they make a great dip and nothing else.
This is why, like, when I could eat it, I'd eat chicken parm and not eggplant parm.
Yeah. If there's an option for chicken
I
parm,
go
I will
chicken
take
parm
that
every
over
time.
eggplant
Yeah.
any day.
Chicken parm is fucking delicious.
I wouldn't say I hate eggplant parm, but I feel like there are much better options.
Like chicken parm.
Yeah. That's like chicken parm.
Chicken parm's definitely a dish like I miss for sure. So good. I've made it with replacement everything. It's not the same.
Mhm.
It's not, you know. So is everyone set on ingredients? Anyone else got a thing they don't like? In other things.
I have a lot of things I don't like. I'm a picky eater.
That's fair though. I mean, some people are. Most of the time now, I just kind of eat anything that I can. And I'm like, yeah, I accept you, and I eat it.
I am willing to put you in my body.
at least once, you know. Like I'm like, I can eat this. I'm fucking trying it. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to limit yourself anymore, right?
But I can't really limit myself more. It's just it just keeps getting narrower and narrower, and it's like, dude, that's one of my fears though. Like legit, is to find out I have another food allergy.
Oh yeah.
It's
Doesn't that just brighten your day?
Oh, dude, I've said this multiple times. If it's meat or potatoes, let's say I'm hitting up Chance's Road Company.
Yeah, no, if those get cut out, I'm done.
It's just over. It's not worth it anymore.
Well, I mean, I'll survive off Soylent. Although it's not in Canada anymore, so maybe I won't.
No, I was gonna say I
Maybe
can't
maybe
eat
just-
Soylent, Chris.
I don't know which would be
So-
worse,
Soy.
trying to import Chance's ropes or trying to import Soylent.
We could just so Chris, we can insert ourselves into the cycle of Chance's Road Company and vegan meat if you wanted.
Ah.
Ooh, I would be down for that.
Yeah. Did I, Mark or Rachel? You know what vegan meat is, right? I told you that.
I know the vegan.
Yeah.
And yes, Rachel was in the car
Okay,
for
good.
it.
I think I told it with you too, and maybe Eric. I don't know.
Yeah, we went to, actually,
That
no, I
was-
think it was just,
Was it pho? That time?
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I want pho right now.
It's fucking 8:14 p.m.
Yeah, Rachel, it's a little late. How about tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Tony, how about tomorrow?
Maybe I'll let you know. Cause I got some.
Yeah,
stuff
me
going on.
too. I'm not sure if I can wait for tomorrow.
All right,
Rachel,
go
we
wait
can't-
outside right now. Go ahead,
Either
walk
we go
walk there.
tomorrow or not.
No, as in like I might already change my mind by then.
There's almost no doubt that you're going to change your mind.
I changed my mind quite a lot, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna say, Rachel, you don't have a D20 on you, do you, by any chance?
No, not on me.
Okay.
I can roll for Rachel.
Do you want Mark to roll for you?
Sure, Mark, roll it.
On it.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Did you drop it? What the f-
11.
Okay, well, more food talk. That's
Oh,
random.
man.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh, my favorite.
Yes.
I like food.
Same. What foods do you dislike that most people would probably say they like?
Anything
Mussels.
with sugar in it.
But yeah. Anything that's a dairy or wheat product. Yeah, there you go.
You guys.
But mussels? Like,
Yeah.
mussels
Like
are like,
clams
yeah,
and
they're like
oysters
clams and
and all
stuff,
that?
right? Like, they're similar to clams, I think.
Mhm.
My dad used to eat those, and they weirded me out a bit.
Yeah, like I can't do that.
Cause like, I would say clams too, cause it's just like the whole like slurping a clam out of the shell just bugs me. And just like,
Yeah.
it's like, that poor creature could have had a pearl at some point.
Okay.
I like mussels in a very specific sauce, and if they just served me the sauce, I would be happier.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
I want this dish, but hold the mussels.
Yeah, could you just give me the sauce, like at a restaurant? I just want a whole bucket full of that sauce. What with the sauce?
you could give me one
Raw
of the
sauce.
mussel shells to use as a spoon. That's the most I'll take.
Yeah, you gotta empty them out, and I don't want the taste. I just want the sauce.
Give it to someone else.
Yeah, give it to that
think
guy.
that-
Raw sauce.
Point
No.
to someone else.
Okay. When I still worked at, obviously I got a new job, but when I still worked at my old place, one of the funniest things was we had a grilled cheese that had thick slices of bacon and apple in it as well. It was amazing, but the stupidest thing is people would order them with no bacon.
Why?
Why? Why the bacon? I would understand the apple, but like bacon?
But so the funny thing is, they're already pre-made, so they already have the bacon on them. So if someone ordered no bacon, if there was time for my lunch break, I would order one with extra bacon, because he'd have extra bacon now. Because he just took the bacon out of someone else's.
So can I just have the extra bacon that you took out? Yeah.
I mean, the chef's a really cool guy, and he's just like, yeah, sure, you want extra bacon? I'm like, yes.
I'm mostly just hoping that, like, someone ordered no bacon because they were vegan, so it's like, yeah, sure, here, or not
That'd
vegan.
be funny if a vegan ordered no bacon, takes a bite, oh my god, it's cheese!
There's still a whole bunch of bacon fat just all over this sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Maybe they're vegetarian. Yeah, they're gonna be vegetarian, right?
The thing is, it's like, the menu is marked like, what can be vegetarian and not, and the puff grilled cheese is not marked vegetarian, because, you know, the bacon's already on it.
Yeah.
What a rude awakening.
That just means that someone who didn't like bacon, but is completely okay with me, and they decided,
so
I don't want bacon.
So, say they would fit very good into this category of, like, food that they dislike that most people like. Because I would say most people like bacon.
I would agree.
Though I will
There's
throw
also an
out...
argument on how it's cooked, but...
Yeah, I will throw out bacon is not my favorite prefix meat. It's not.
I like turkey bacon more.
Okay. Turkey bacon isn't bad. My favorite prefix meat's definitely pork roll, though. Probably it goes pork roll, probably sausage, and then probably bacon, because there's really no... You hit the limit, like, there's not really much other prefix meats. You've hit the plateau.
I'm basically just ordering these 3 items.
Yeah. So, like, indeed, like, for like non-New Jersey people, pork roll, pork roll, egg and cheese is the best sandwich you can get around here, in my opinion. Like, that's it. Yeah. That's like the New Jersey sandwich. You know how Philadelphia has cheese sticks. We have a pork roll.
We don't have a sandwich. We don't.
You have poutine.
Need to have a sandwich. Well, I mean, that's really the French people have poutine.
Oh, those Frenchies.
Those fucking Frenchies. But you know, we laid claim to that so that we don't have to talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, you guys keep them in their own little corner anyway. So.
They keep themselves in their own little corner and keep asking to be a separate corner.
You should let them.
Except their terms suck. They don't understand how everything works.
I don't actually know anything about this. What is it?
We would like to be a separate country that uses the Canadian dollar and doesn't pay taxes, but the Canadian government will maintain our infrastructure. Please, thank you.
No.
What?
They're like, are you drunk? Go home.
We're demanding to separate, but you should pay us to separate.
What?
What?
That's like, say in the U.S., like the South was leaving, alright, but like you guys still take care of us, right? What?
Yeah.
No.
Literally.
You're on your own if you do that. But like you guys aren't gonna like maintain shit. You guys are gonna like still give us money from the government. No, you're leaving. I don't get it. You guys suck.
That's so unfair.
Right?
That's literally it.
That's literally like the voice of like Quebec,
Yep.
but just with their accent
And a French accent that disgusts the world.
I have a great post-podcast conversation, by the way, off of that topic. So, someone remind me, please. Okay.
I'll forget.
Damn it.
I'll try to remember.
Alright, hopefully Rachel remembers. But,
Maybe.
you know, if she doesn't, then... I don't know. It's over.
To the abyss, like half of our post-podcast topics.
Yeah, but for $500,
We'll remember them.
we'll remember all of them. I'll even write them down. good old time. But yeah, I feel like there aren't like a lot of foods that I can actually eat that a lot of people like. I don't. I am weird though. Like it's not that I don't like it. I love steak. Don't get me wrong, but I don't really order steak from restaurants ever.
Yeah, same.
Like it's not really a. If I have steak, it's like home cooked steak.
Right?
Yeah, like that's one of the things I really like home cooked. So maybe that way. Like I don't go to restaurants and get steak. Yeah, when I go to restaurants, I'm willing to get a burger from like anywhere for the most part. To be honest, like I would buy like a hamburger from just about any place as long as like I didn't see like cockroaches like sneaking out of the kitchen.
Yeah, they have to stay in the kitchen around my burger.
Yeah, exactly. I'm paying extra for the cockroaches on the fucking burger, dude.
I want that crunch, and you guys don't have bacon.
I want that crunch, and like, I want to feed off the power of the cockroach and be like invulnerable to nukes.
Yep.
Because that's how that works, right? Like, if I eat them, their power passes to me.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Can't kill a cockroach, but like, what if you squish it? Does like stepping on the cockroach kill it? It does, right?
No, it just walks you around the room.
How fucking terrified would that be?
That's horrible.
You step on it and like you're just like an inch off the ground now. It's like, oh no. Try to take a step back, the second cockroach got under your other foot. You just are now. Well, you'd be an inch taller. Huh. We can make this work.
No.
You know, I just came up with a genius business idea. We should make shoe inserts out of cockroaches.
So foot massagers.
Exactly.
Yes.
2 in 1. They'll give you those extra inches you're looking for, and like they'll like tickle your feet.
Tickle your pickle?
Maybe not your pickle. I mean,
You probably shouldn't wear your shoe like that.
yeah, if you wear a shoe like that, yeah. I mean,
Look.
Look, it was confusing. They said I needed protection. I put a shoe on my foot. I completely misunderstood what they were saying. Yeah. It's all good.
Yes.
Everything's fine.
Yep.
So, we're just gonna move on. Hey, Nathan. Buddy? Friendo?
Nathaniel?
That's not my name.
I knew it.
I knew it was
I called you Nathan, friend, buddy, pal, you don't respond, and then he says Nathaniel, and then you respond.
I just sat down. I was getting
Okay, I'm sorry.
poppables.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
What?
What you need?
I was gonna ask you to roll a d20.
On it. Oh, Jesus Christ. On it.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's,
Oh god!
that's an 11. That's
We already did that one.
6.
Oh my god, this is one of the topics I've been wanting to talk about for a while.
And it's food.
It's not food.
Oh.
Hey, wait.
Yay!
Okay, so for a really long... Ever since the release of the iPhone X, I've had a topic on the list that
iPhone
said
10.
iPhone X or. So you could either have an iPhone X or something of equivalent to it. In price.
I already know what Hydro's getting.
Look, if you're gonna say a solid 50-50 split between Arnold Palmer and Mike Knox,
Yeah.
you're damn right I am!
Every time money comes up on the podcast, we just need to replace it with...
Arnold Palmer and Mike Knox, yeah, that's how I, like, view the world. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, you tell me that building, like, oh my god, it's like $1 million building. I'm like, wow, imagine that many Arnold Palmer and Mike Knox, dude. Oh, I'd be set.
Oh my god! You'd be drowning.
I would literally drown in it, because I don't think I'd have that much room for...
No, that would fill up more than a swimming pool of Arnold Palmer.
That's like my dream, dude. Is like to have a swimming pool of Arnold Palmer next to a swimming pool full of Mike and Ike's, and I'll just dive into the boat.
describing my layers of hell.
Actually, though, yeah. It's my dream, Chris's nightmare. Oh, man. Yeah, alright. Does anyone else have, do you want an iPhone X or something of equivalent of $1,000, and if so, what is it?
This is $1,000 American dollars, so like I'm gonna go with buying Canada.
Yes, we say Chris is rich. Chris is good. Oh no! Wait. Okay, I might have to change my answer, guys.
This is how I name the pandas.
Damn it! I was going to look up how much baby pandas cost. How much
They cost
do
enough.
baby pandas cost? All right, I'm looking this up. Oh, wait a second. Each panda, the pandas for 2 zoos for... Wait a second, China leases pandas?
Yeah.
A lease, though?
Yeah.
On a panda?
It's only worth it if you can lease to own.
I don't think $1,000 is gonna get me a baby panda, guys.
Oh. Okay.
China leases
lease
each
it
panda for $2 million. And if there's a baby, that's another $600,000 per year. Oh, does it adopt a panda thing? Hold up. Okay. So the cost to care for a panda for 1 year is $10K.
Oh, okay.
All right. To learn.
I'm just getting a panda for a month.
We're getting a panda. Adoption start is a minimum of a $1,000 donation. This isn't going to give me a pet panda. No, damn it, it's a Save Pandas Foundation. This isn't what I wanted at all.
Oh, man. Dang it.
It's like, wait, so we don't get to keep the pandas?
Not cool.
No, it says, like, once you adopt Panda, Pandas International will provide you with updates and photos as we are able.
You get only updates and photos? That sucks.
It's like, oh wait, I don't get the panda?
No.
That's why, like, for all those things, like, you'll see, like, oh, adopt, like any type of animal. I'm like, oh, sweet, like, that much money and I get that animal? No. But why? I want it, dude. Come on. Fucking Alright, so someone else tell me what they iPhone X or something for $1,000 where I can be sad about not buying baby pandas.
A week's worth of gas for my car.
I mean, fair.
I keep forgetting that that's American though, so like more like 10 years worth
Yeah, I was
of
gonna
gas.
say, you can get a lot of gas with that, Chris.
Have all the gas you want.
Let's be real, a new computer.
Actually, if I wasn't going the Mike and Ike, on a farmer
Or at least a
strat, it
processor
might be
for a new computer.
But it's
How much
gonna be
was
on
it
a
again?
farmer Mike and Ike's. It's $1,000.
American.
Or an iPhone X.
You're totally welcome to choose the iPhone X option. I just will stop talking to you.
Yeah, I mean,
That sounds a little harsh.
I would.
No.
If you,
No.
I mean,
That's
No.
who would?
I was like, this is Chris being nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this is. Yeah.
I just take the $1,000.
I'm gonna say it's buy something with it.
Can I buy Canadian dollars with it?
Yeah, I mean, technically, you would be buying something.
Okay, straight up, I'm buying Canadian dollars with it.
Can I exchange it to euros and then exchange the euros for dollars?
At the loss, go for it.
Wait, wouldn't that just convert it back to the same amount?
They charge
Just
you for
convert.
conversion.
Huh. I didn't think that through.
That's it.
And they charge you way too much for conversion.
Alright, well, I'll buy like $30 worth of gems for battle, right? And then I'll buy like 3 bags of poppables, because that'll last me for a while. And then like a couple cases of Dr. Pepper.
Ooh, somehow I knew Dr. Pepper would be involved in your investment here.
Yeah. Actually, Obidan and I found a rap song about Dr. Pepper. And it is ridiculous.
In a good way or a bad way?
Goodness. It's so hard to say if it's in a good or bad way.
Ooh, damn.
It just is.
It just lives.
And then I've got like who knows how much money left, so that's good. I don't know how to spend money.
Hey man.
Maybe I should buy a CS knife with it.
Oh no, I might buy a CS knife.
Oh no, somebody stop
Just
me.
one? Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, now here's what I'm gonna do. Alright, we're gonna change things up a bit. I'm gonna buy like a decent CSGO knife, and then the rest of it's gonna go to Arnold Palmer and Mike and X. Because I still have some money left over.
Well, then clearly you're not getting a decent enough CS knife.
But Chris, I could have a knife and Arnold Palmer and Mike and X. Like that's the three
you're not wrong.
things for $1,000.
I still don't understand why you would want the knife in that situation when you can compare it to
More Mike and X
how many
and more
more Mike and X and Arnold Palmers you're gonna get.
It's really hard, to be honest.
Either
It's,
Karambit Fade or Don't Look at Me.
honestly though, if like I was to get a knife, I would get like I don't know, probably like
If I were to get a
M9
knife, I would get
Bano.
something purple.
Hey,
Karambit Fade's like the only one I remember, and I remember the reason I remember it is because it looked like if it's the correct one, it's the one that looks like Toucan Sam's beak.
probably.
Yeah,
'cause
that'd be a
fades
Karambit
are,
Fade.
like,
That's
a
the one
rainbow,
that Kyle
basically. Unbox, yeah.
unboxed and then
Yeah.
lost his money on.
Because he sold it and then bought it.
He sold it on the Steam market, and those are worth like double what the maximum cap of the Steam market will give you. He didn't know that, because, you know, in his first week of playing CS, he unboxed a fucking Karambit Fade.
Yeah, that's annoying.
And he made Greg quit CS because of it.
Permanently?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because Greg introduced him, basically. Like, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, Greg was like, you should play CS, and for the longest time he was like, fuck that. And then finally he was like, fine, I'll play it. And then he was like, what are these cases? I'm gonna open one. Or like 10. And then, yeah, he opened a Karambit, and Greg was like, go fuck yourself, Kyle. I'm not playing this anymore.
Oh.
About how it goes, right?
That stumps my my $60 M4A4 Stat Track X-Ray that I got out of like my first week. That was like a $60 gun.
Both of those
I
stumped
thought,
my
actually,
severe lack of any interesting ones.
I sold that 460 after I was done with the M4A4 and just moved over to A1S. And I bought Dova, like Chivalry, and he never played it.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, that's sad.
It was like that was like during Dillman, and I was like really good friends with Dova. I was like, Dova, is there a game you want right now? And he's like, I don't know, I'm kind of interested in Chivalry. And I was like, here's a copy of Chivalry. And he's like, oh my god, thank you so much. And then he downloaded it, and he messaged me the next day, and he's like, yeah, it doesn't work.
Oh man.
Yeah. Damn. Classic Dova, though, to be honest. Because Nathan, Mark, and I know Dova in real life.
Nova is in my computer class.
Oh yeah, does he know yet?
Oh,
He finally realized I was there, and then he hasn't shown up to class
Wow.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
He's like, oh,
He
Mark's
wasn't there
here.
for the
Oh.
exam, so I'm kind of worried he just dropped it.
Oh.
But, you know, I don't think you had to... No, you did have to be in class to take the exam, yeah. Okay. Yeah. He might have dropped it. Or transferred class or something.
How How troll would that be if he transferred classes after seeing he knew someone in the class?
I wouldn't be surprised because it was already the week before the exam. He saw me. The next week he wasn't there.
Damn.
That would be sad.
Beethoven, what the fuck, dude? What do you mean? It's like, why did you bail a mark like that? Dude, I have him somewhere on my friends list. I hope this is him, actually. Hold up. I'm gonna look at this name that just popped. It might... Oh, no, that's not him. It's some weeb.
Hey, is that me?
Did you just describe your whole friends list?
No, there's someone who is this person? They're like extra weeb, though.
Really?
Yeah, I have friends with them who...
In Wingman's last night, Kyle and I played against, is it Scylla and... I can't remember the names. Two of the main characters in, oh, what's that awful one?
There's a lot of awful ones, but...
Sword Art Online.
Oh,
Ha! Was it fucking Kirito?
Ah,
What are they? Kirito and Asuna? Something like that?
don't even mention those names.
It was two of the side, female characters in it,
Oh, I don't
and
remember.
we shit kicked them, so it's fine.
The side characters, wonderful.
Oh, I just realized who the fuck this is.
Who is it?
Do you remember? I think did he go by Yuki or something? The one kid who stole my name at one point. You remember that kid?
What?
He like impersonated me on the server and then put Hydra in his name forever. I forget what his name was. No, it was something weird. He always had a weeb profile picture on Dillman. Fuck. I can't remember his name though, Delman. You just isn't ringing the bell, Nathan?
Mm-mm.
Uh,
I don't remember any of that.
okay. But what... You don't remember a kid with the weeb profile picture?
I remember some weeb profile pictures, but the only weeb profile picture I remember was of this one guy who got really salty in-game because I slayed him. And then it got into this really petty forum debate.
It could have been him. What was his name, though?
The only person I ever remember having Hydro in their name besides you was, I think, it was like, didn't Ardor go by like HydroxideAnt or something like that at one
No,
point?
I thought HydroxideAnt was a completely different person.
It may have been,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, there was, what the fuck is this kid's name, though? Like, I wish you could see more names than, like, a little drop-down area.
I must go back through all of history.
I wish I could see it, you know? God, what is your name? See if anyone ever, Oh my god, he's 19, like, rows of comments. There's no way, like, I'm ever gonna find out who this person's name is. What was your name? I need to know. None of these people were, like, calling him by his name.
Answer me!
I just feel... it might get to the point where I message him, who the fuck are you? Like, why do I...
do that then. Just save yourself the trouble.
If I don't see his name in the next, like, few, I'm going to. Dude, who is this kid? It's bugging me so much. Like, this was the kid that, like, made, like, a server called, like, HydroxideAnt as well. And, like, Wesker, like, thought that I made another server.
So I just pulled up a site that should be able to bring up all past Steam IDs.
Wait, really? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I'll send it to you through... You have to get the, like, URL for his Steam page.
Yeah, I'm
and,
gonna
like,
log
copy
into it
paste
through the browser.
Okay.
So anyone get any games during this Steam sale?
I picked Sims 3 up for Rachel.
Nice, classic.
What a good boyfriend.
Yeah, I never played it. So Mark was like, Sims 3 was the best, I guess. That's what people say.
You're not wrong.
So I
always
wanted to play Sims, so he got me Sims.
And I got one of the bundles that was like Sims
All the
3
deals.
Pets, Generations, and Seasons, I think it was.
You didn't have to do that. I was totally okay with the $4.99 one.
Nah, you definitely need pets, and you definitely need a few of the DLCs.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that you had a good start, and then when you decide that your money's worth it, you buy all the DLCs.
Yeah. Hurt me. Picked up Human Fall Flat.
Oh, how is it? Hello?
Hi?
Hello? Hi.
Did that not come through?
It like you kind of like.
Oh, okay. I'm playing it right now, and I'm loving it.
Okay, glad to hear it.
I also picked up a Steam Link, so I was playing out on the big screen, and that was pretty good too.
The site's confusing me, Nathan.
Oh, okay.
Because I go to find profiles and then it comes up with like. Okay, they're at the bottom. But, like, how would I see more names? It's a good question.
Great question.
Try... Try copy pasting that into a browser, but put the person's like username between the ID and between the two slashes there.
Okay. Dude, does anyone else ever have problems copying and pasting from Steam chat?
I think so. Don't try and copy and paste too much.
Because, like, usually, like, sometimes it like, leaves a letter off, or... It's weird.
Oh, fuck.
What's wrong, Chris?
Human Fall Flat is just hitting me with some mad surprises. I'm working my way through a jumping puzzle and things started collapsing around me that I needed to jump on, and I was not prepared.
Hey,
Trying so hard
that doesn't seem to work.
Oh, God, why can't I just remember this person's name? That make life so much easier.
Well, guess we'll never know.
Yeah. Some weeb. Maybe it wasn't Yuki, it was like... Maybe it started with an I. Didn't know anyone that started with an I?
Nope. I know this doesn't really apply to me.
Yeah. I can't remember the kid's name. Dude, like, this is gonna, like, bug me all night. Oh my... Well, no. Was it Evo? Does that remember...
Jesus, I hope it wasn't Evo.
Do you remember that name?
I do remember
I think,
Evo, yeah.
I think that's who that is.
Evo was the guy that caused a lot of drama.
Yeah, he's the
Was
one
he
who
was
impersonated me the one time.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he
that.
got banned for a while by Tree Tech, or I think he was Tree Tech still. Might have been Borhalion at that point, I don't know. Because he came on the server.
I know one
like,
time
anyway.
he
That's
he
lame.
ran for mod real early on,
Yeah.
and he was really singing his praises, and then TrueTech came onto his mod application and was like, "You've been known for RDMing people with thrags by just randomly throwing them and T-baiting, which leads to people shooting at you and then you killing them. I don't think you would make a very good mod."
And... I mean, when, like, ShootTech/WorkingAlien basically says no to you, you know, you shouldn't do it. You're not... Oh my god, Toyota is in my, chat right now.
Hey.
Toyota, if you don't know this, Dillman's actually back, my guy. It's a server again, so if you miss people, it's alive. You can see people again on Dillman. It's been back for almost a month now, I think. Sort of why that's like at the forefront of all of our minds at this point. But yeah. Anyways, enough. I finally figured out the person's name. I'm happy. I'm like, I pictured the Wii profile picture and it just took so long for it to come to my head. Why am I friends with him? Okay, I might have to change that at some point. Anyways, hey Chris. Chris? Oh no, he's dead. Chris, did your pump stop working?
Pumped, dude.
Chris?
Chris? He's dead. It's alright. It's alright. Chris is dead now, guys. It was fun.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it's been back for a bit.
I'll look up what I should say at a funeral. Got it. Be right back.
Just
Wow, Mark.
just like look it up in the browser in
in
TTT. I don't
pepperonis,
have
right?
like, the IP.
That's fine. Okay, yeah, got it.
Like if you look up in TTT, like in type in Dillman,
Chris.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, I guess so. I was trying to be optimistic, you know?
You know, he was our Canadian tonight, and then he's gone.
Was.
All right. I call of his computers, but I don't know how to use Linux.
Oh.
So that's gonna backfire. See, like I want Chris to roll, but I know if I roll, Chris will come right back afterwards. So I'm a little concerned.
Quite the dilemma.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna roll. And if he comes back, I'll just disregard it.
Oh,
I'm gonna do
the
it.
madman.
And roll. Chris, are you here? I'm gonna give it 5 seconds.
You have to say his name 3
Chris.
times in a mirror.
Oh. Okay. Chris. Chris. Chris.
Chris?
Hey, he's not here.
Mark, you ruined it.
No, that was 4. No. Something broken. Chris is gone forever.
Oh, stop talking. I'm sorry, Rachel.
Good job, Mark.
No.
Chris is
That was
never
cool.
going back now.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna roll then, and we'll see what happens here. I got a 10, which means, hey guys, you wake up in year 2117. What is the first thing you Google?
Oh.
Assuming, okay, so what I mean by that is you go to bed tonight, basically, and you wake up tomorrow, but it's actually been 100 years. What is the first thing you Google, assuming it's you can Google?
Naruto really end? Is it still going?
That's amazing. That's just the first thing you want to know. It's like, is it finally over?
I mean, like,
It's in Boruto Shippuden.
I don't know, that was just like a stupid answer.
It would be something you might be interested in.
No, not interested, more like concerned about. No, it's not a concern.
Yeah, I mean, you can be concerned if you want to be concerned. You know, no one's going to stop you from being concerned. I think, I would literally Google what's happened in the last 100 years.
Wow.
Or, like, go to, like, a YouTube video of someone who's, like, recapped the last century. Like, it's gotta be, like, a 5-minute video, though, because I don't want to be there that long. You've already wasted 100 years. That, or I might Google, like, some friends' names. And see, like, what they made themselves. Like, you know, like what they did. And anyone else got something they want to Google in 100 years?
What the new battle right champ is?
Chris is back. Did I hear Chris's voice? I thought I heard Chris's voice.
I did it.
Okay. You weren't here, so I rolled for you, but you can roll again after. That's fine.
Okay.
And the topic we're on is you wake up in 2117. What is the first thing you Google?
Well, first off, I'm gonna check if Google still exists.
Assuming it does.
Assuming it does? Yeah. What they own now?
It's everything. Oh my god. You look up, your house is just Google.
Followed by which year was the year of the Linux desktop?
Oh, yeah.
You look on the inside of your foot and it just says property of Google.
Fuck. How'd they do that? You know, I said that I would look up like 100-year, like what's happened the last 100 years, like YouTube video, like in like a 5-minute video of a quick like events in the last 100 years.
Yeah.
And I probably would Google people's names that I knew. You know, and be like, "Ooh, what did Kyle do with his life?"
Oh, I would not want to look up that first.
I would. That would be that'd be the greatest thing to Google. To Kyle, what? Kyle ended up taking over the company you guys worked for. How?
Shortly after, Checkpoint flundered and Google bought it.
He sold it to Google.
Oh, why did Google buy this? Oh.
Oh. Got it. Google owns everything. The year the Linux desktop. This is TBD. God damn it!
No, it'll just say current year like it always does.
You like really 100 years and no. Stop. Damn it! Tried so hard.
How long did Windows 10 actually last?
Ooh. Did they ever make Windows 9? It's like, no. Fuck. Feels bad.
I'm so bad at this.
Same. Don't know what it is, but I'm gonna say same regardless. Does anyone else have something that they would Google when they would wake up in 100 years from now? If it's no, it's okay.
I'm gonna take that as a hard no.
I'm like thinking really, really hard.
Yeah.
But I can't really like think of anything.
That's fair.
I don't know. Did aliens ever come? Maybe.
And does Google own them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you say aliens? Or did I hear that wrong?
Yeah, aliens.
Aliens powered by Google. God damn it. It's like secretly, who would have guessed? As soon as we all started using Linux, the aliens finally saw that we were intelligent enough to touch down. They'd
Okay, we
bring
can
the
go there.
Linux stacks up. That's what's gonna happen, Chris. That's like your only shot. It's aliens coming and bringing more Linux.
Yep. I mean, let's be realistic. Everyone's going to start using Linux, and then it's too mainstream, and I'll have to switch to BSD, and nobody wants that.
Chris, are you basically just like a hipster of like the computer community at this point?
See, my biggest issue with that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but like, it's really hard to be like the hipster when I'm picking the one that costs $200 less.
That's fair. Yeah, I got you. No, it's more like just like I don't know if like that's like a thing, where like if people like Linux users are known like that.
Oh yeah, people straight up think Linux users are the hipsters of the community,
Yeah, okay.
or the ones running the entire back end of the internet. Which one? Yeah, let's think about that one.
That's good, dude. You know, you've done what you could. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the aliens will come, they'll bring more Linux.
Yeah.
Chris will befriend the aliens.
You know what's funny is you should all look up the logo for Gen 2 Linux.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds.
I think aliens have already come, and they brought Gen 2. And they're waiting for everyone to use it before they come again.
Wait a second.
And reveal themselves.
This shit looks like a crop circle. Unless I'm looking at the wrong thing.
I think you're looking at the wrong thing.
Alright, well. Let's see.
Yeah, no, I can't find anything about that.
GENTOO.
Oh! Hey Mark, did you also write Gen, no, like a number 2?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because I thought it was like Generation
Yeah, same.
2.
I make that joke every time someone comes out with something that's Generation 2.
These look like that one Pokemon. Does anyone else see that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
see
not
that.
the logo I wanted. Where the
What-
fuck's
what
the
Pokemon?
logo?
Oh, it's got like a little face. It's like a fish almost, or heart maybe? Like,
Oh, love this?
maybe?
Yeah, a little bit. But,
What's the Pokemon I'm
it,
thinking
more,
of?
it just looks like the number 9. It's the number 9 tilted slightly. In fact, it looks like a triangular Pac-Man.
Yeah, no, love this. It's exactly what it looks like.
I think you have the wrong friggin'... Alright, well, I disappointed you all, because that's not the one... Which one's the...
Wow, such a disappointment.
But it
Chris.
looks like that
Oh, that's my
Pokemon, man.
life,
It's
bro.
the same thing.
I might have to...
Like, for comparison,
Consult
I'm
the
going to show
Triton
this
on
to
it.
the stream.
Just to be safe.
Like, look at the second picture here. And then that. It's the same thing. I'm sure of it. That one of them was baser of the other one. It almost looks like a fat boomerang.
Alright, I'm consulting the Triton on this one. I'll get back to you guys.
It also kind of looks like not the number 9, like Mark said too. Yeah. I was really convinced it was Generation 2.
Yeah, it was just like, you said Gen 2 Linux, and I'm like, oh, Generation
Yeah,
2
that's what.
Linux.
Exactly.
It's the next generation of Linux.
But no, it's just Gen 2.
Yeah.
If you know more about how Gen 2 is as a Linux distribution, it's definitely the next generation of Linux. Come on, guys.
Yeah, duh. Come on, everyone knows
Every
that.
package when you install it, so every update takes all of your CPU and an hour to do.
Yeah, next generation. Yeah, yeah.
Next gen.
next gen where you have an update and you have to turn your computer off and just leave, never use it again.
Hydro, I'm gonna need you to ignore group chat.
Okay, I'll try. So I don't get spoiled. There. I've turned my phone upside down. Is that you? Was that Buzz? Chris?
That Buzz would have been me.
Okay.
Buzz.
Alright, so while we do that, Chris, I'm gonna say that you should roll.
Can I roll? I'm gonna roll with it.
Keep on rolling.
We already do 16?
No. Alright, so this is a hypothetical, guys. Alright.
Okay.
So, hypothetically speaking, you meet someone and you're very much in love with them, say you're like 6 months in, and they give you an ultimatum. It's either them or your pets. Like, for some reason they have like hatred of pets, and like you can't have any kind of pet. But this person is literally the love of your life.
But you said
This
6 months.
in, though,
Yeah,
right?
but like this is the perfect person, and you know they're the one, like legitimately. But their only thing is that you're not allowed to have a pet when you're with them. Like, and they were like, "I hate pets. You cannot have a pet. I forbid it. And if you do,
Truthfully?
she'll leave."
Truthfully, that's
Or
a deal
leave.
breaker. Like,
Yeah.
love my life regardless, that is a deal breaker right there. I need pets in my life.
So I've dealt with this before, and I just went with, I'm gonna clean your air filters more often, and they stayed around, so.
Okay. I want to hear what everyone else says before I go.
I'm gonna cry because I told Mark that I don't want him having insects as pets.
Okay, look, that's...
Insects?
He's gonna break up
Look,
with me
no,
now.
Rachel.
Insects is different than a dog.
It's still
No.
pet.
No, but they mean pets in general. Like, I want a
Under
dog,
your
you
other
want a
shoes,
dog,
Dad?
so we're okay.
No. You want a dog. I want a dog.
No, okay,
These
put
this
things
is
in
confusing me.
perspective.
What?
I like big dogs, Rachel likes small dogs.
So you settle for a medium dog?
So
Yeah,
you settle
yeah.
for a,
Small dog, yep, that's how that goes.
okay.
I'm the man in the relationship, that means I'm ending up with a small dog.
Yeah, basically.
But, or you could
Yeah.
just get
More or
like a
less what I was
medium
gonna
dog,
propose.
because like those aren't that big, you know. Like, and if the dog's too small, then it's not a dog.
You
Then
know,
what is it?
yap. Yap.
Like I'm gonna tell you, Chihuahuas aren't dogs.
What are they?
They're rats.
Rats.
A Chihuahua's
Okay,
way
but,
too small of a dog. Like that dog could get lost in like a mouse hole.
It can, actually. It'll be trapped in the walls.
Yeah, and you have to break the.
What I was gonna say is you get a corgi mix, because
Corgis.
every corgi mix is corgi sized, but looks like a corgi trying to disguise itself as a
I
different
saw
thing.
a husky corgi.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You get one of those, and then it's literally a
It's-
small dog that looks like it's trying to disguise itself as a big dog.
It's the greatest
That's cute.
thing.
I'm okay with that.
Like, you could get a
There you go.
husky corgi, man, and it would be the cutest fucking thing. I love it.
And Rachel, to clear things up,
I'm
you
more of a
did
dog
say I
person,
couldn't
to
have
be
an
honest.
insect. It just needs to be on the other side of the house from the bedroom.
That seems like a lot of effort to
Wait,
keep an
wait.
insect.
Nah, but
What kind
I
of
don't know, I've
insect
always
would you
been,
want
a
as a
bug
pet?
Nerd. But like, if they told me I couldn't have insects, period, I'd still be okay with that because I like insects because they're interesting, not because they're lovable pets.
Yeah, we're talking about more like
Cats and dogs.
cats
yes.
and dogs, or even fish. I would say, because you could love a fish, or like a nice hamster,
My dad loves his
or
fish.
like a gerbil, something
Yeah,
kind of fluffy,
gerbils,
you know.
Mice, hamsters, rats.
Oh, dude, I had rats when I was a little bit younger. They were the best.
Yeah, no, like, I'd say any, like, fluffy animal
Yeah, I would say.
usually counts in this
Yeah,
category.
definitely. All right. So I'm gonna just jump in and be like, I don't care about how much in love with this person I am, fuck you. I'm taking my pet.
Exactly.
Because,
right?
like, sort of like the premise of this conversation is like you already have the pet, and it's like I'm not getting rid of my dog. Fuck you. Like, I don't care. Like, that dog is my dog, and we've been through things, probably, because, you know, it's a dog.
Probably.
Well, because it'd be my dog, and, like, dogs are there for you, you know?
Yeah, dogs are
It's just the way
unconditional
you
love.
said it
They're
was a little
giving
funny.
you
We've been through
unconditional
things, you
love
know.
right now.
We went
Yeah.
through stuff.
You know, I could go downstairs and pet my dogs, and I'd be so happy, but if I was dating someone, like, you know, and they said no dogs, they'd be like, no girlfriend, this is over, dude. We done.
So, dogs will give you unconditional love. This person just gave you a condition for their love.
Exactly.
Drop them.
It's like, yeah, the dog, you know, the dog never told me pick you or the dog, huh? Yeah.
The dog loves everything.
Toyota brought up a really good point about fish. He said fish are really nice pets, but walking them is a pain.
I know, right?
Rachel, didn't you actually put like your fish in like a cup or something and walk it around?
I was like retarded. Okay, I put my goldfish in a like a plastic cup, and I put the plastic cup in my little wagon. Like the ones that you could just like pull around.
That's great.
And I was walking my fish.
And didn't you kill the fish at the end of the story?
Yeah.
Aww.
I tried putting it back in the cup. It didn't make it.
Aww. Poor fishy.
Okay, it was more like I was running back to find the cup that fell. I know. And yeah.
That poor fish.
I made it home and like the fish isn't there and I'm like, no! And I ran back.
You didn't check. I just love that you didn't look back and check on the fish he's made home. Oh no.
I was like, wait, where's my fish?
That's great.
I won him at like a little like town festival kind of thing.
Aw.
Yeah.
Did you like hit him in the head with a ping pong ball?
No, I scooped him with like
One of those things.
with a paper
Yeah.
paper like what's it called?
It's like
Paper scoopy
it's like a
thing.
net.
Paper racket.
Sure.
Like, because it is like a tennis racket, just paper.
Yeah. I would say it's still like a net though, right?
Could be
I'm going with my idea, Tony. Trademark.
Okay, you know, you
Paper
make those. Yeah. Have fun. Tennis players try playing and the tennis ball just goes through every time. You'd sell a lot of them. You have to buy like 800 for a
it's
game.
the business nowadays. You don't build something to last. You build it to
Yeah.
be replaced.
Exactly. Yeah, but no. Okay, so just to get around about Mark, which one are you going with?
Obviously, pet. I'm
Okay.
taking my pet.
All right, Rachel.
definitely my pet.
Okay, Nathan. What are you saying?
Pet.
Okay, Chris.
Definitely pet.
All right, and I'm going pet as well. Fuck you, like person hypothetically giving us all like conditions. You just
My
got
computer
fired.
tried to give me that condition, but yeah.
Do you say your computer's trying to give you that condition?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
that
joke I
was
tried to
air
make at the
filters
start.
was about.
Oh, is that what you talked about? You just clean out its filters every day? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
you clean up the air filters and everything's fine.
You can have us or the pets. No.
You can have
Shush.
Wait, what if Chris, I had a great idea. Alright, so if your servers are upset, right? You should get
So right now.
yeah. So like well, I mean about you getting a pet, right? You should get the
Yeah.
server a smaller pet server.
Here's a Raspberry Pi.
Exactly, it's perfect. It's like it's your puppy.
I have in the past planned to put a Raspberry Pi inside of my server to control the power. And that would literally be the case.
Yeah, you would get it a pet.
This is your pet now.
It's your pet, and I could have one too. And yeah,
Now we're all happy.
Yeah. I was curious when I wrote this down to see if anyone would pick the person.
I was actually thinking about that. I was like, okay, let's say Mark is the love of my life, and he would pull a stunt like that.
Which, I mean,
I
Mark
would be
wouldn't do,
very
because
upset.
Mark loves pets.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, but like, let's say if he did, right? I would be really, really sad because I'll have to break up with him. But I'll be so sad that I probably will wait for my pet to die and then go back to him.
That's fucked up. But yeah, no, I get you. Yeah. Yeah, I probably... It's like...
Not like I'm gonna kill my pets, more like...
No, I mean, like, you just, like, yeah.
Are you...
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark just didn't want you walking fish around the house. He was just getting sick of it.
But he needs his exercise!
I could actually see you doing that and Mark just face-palming and just, like...
Yeah.
That noise,
I don't know, the
exactly.
neighbors thought it was really cute.
Until it dies.
I like...
Mark's just gonna get more...
Mark
Mark will just get more sick of buying you new goldfish every day than, like...
They're like $1!
He's like, but it's the effort.
You like going to Petco, it's fine.
Yeah, but
like, once
for
you go,
$1
just
I could
pick me
buy
up
in
and fish.
Arizona. Or an old Palmer.
Well, Mark, I
Oh,
guess we
that's
have to
fair.
break up
You
now.
could get an Arnold Palmer. Whoa, wait, hold up. When he's making a smart decision, like buying an Arnold Palmer for $1, you can't break up with that man. That man is, like, elevated. That is a great business strategy, okay?
But now who am I going to walk in my wagon?
Yourself.
Me.
Or Mark, yeah.
Get off.
Mark with an Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so in chat, Toyota said the paper scoop would probably be called a... I'm just gonna copy it.
I'm not dealing with this shit. Words are hard.
That thing. That's what he typed in chat. I don't know if he made that
Oh,
up.
wow. Okay. Peppa Scoopa. He literally just looked. He typed in paper scooper in like Japanese Google Translate.
No, because
and
like it just comes up with nothing in Google.
it's English right
Yeah.
there. It's literally paper scooper except Peppa Scoopa.
Peppa Scoopa.
Sukupu.
Peppa
Hey, Mark.
Sukupu? Seppuku.
Peppa
Sudoku.
Scoopu.
I'm gonna commit
Sudoku.
Sudoku.
Yeah. It's okay. Yes.
Death by a million paper cuts?
I'm sorry, Toyota, but yeah, that's just. I mean, you could call it Rachel, what do we call it?
I would say it's a net still.
Don't-
He says he didn't he didn't translate it. How did you get that then, Toyota?
I think he just.
Did you just
wrote
make it
in
up?
like
Like, yeah.
Put it in his own...
Because, like, that's a lot of accents and stuff. Like,
That's really English then.
I don't know. What if, like... I just want to know. How did
Oh
you
no, my pie's burning.
come up with this? What's burning?
Oh, nothing. Nothing's burning.
I thought you said your eyes are burning in Moldova?
No. It's... Okay,
Oh,
I'm
by
playing
the way,
this
it's
pie
a.
game,
Here, I
and I
got
make
it.
pies.
Toyota. It is called a poi, actually.
A poi.
Mark,
P-O-I.
Paper scooper called a poi.
Stop it.
Okay, yeah, Okay, so he totally did Google Translate it. Because he said totally didn't Google Translate it, and I'm like, okay, he Google Translated it. But then he
Got
said
it.
Baka, so I mean...
Oh god, come on.
You know, it takes a Baka to know a Baka, if you know what I'm saying.
Tony, please stop. You're disappointing, Yoshiko Sensei.
Yoroshiku Sensei.
Stop it.
You stop it.
Rachel, you stop it.
Chris,
Tony,
I was just gonna say Chris, stop it.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it. Nathan, stop it. There you go. No one covered Nathan. I had to.
Okay.
Got you.
Yeah, Nathan, God. What's wrong with you?
The amount of offensive
I don't
shit
know,
you
man.
say these days, Nathan, is just off the charts, okay?
I mean, come on, really?
Making up for Kyle.
Okay, yeah, that's...
I mean, actually, if he was saying offensive shit. Yeah, like, Kyle isn't here, so.
Yeah, I'll say that
So,
that's...
someone has to like
Yeah.
take Kyle's place. They start just saying some really ignorant things and like say something that's pretty racist at some point. Yeah. No one.
I already did an Indian accent.
Oh, you did. Yeah. Oh, I told the
I
story
didn't
about
even
talking
got-
to the laptop in Indian accent, so that counts, right?
Think so.
Yeah. Alright, I spoke its language. There we go. I did it. Everything's fine. Kyle, wherever you are, we avenged you. I hope like Kyle like.
Where the fuck's Kyle?
Actually, I don't know. He said he could come late, but we're 2 hours into the podcast.
Okay.
So
I'm not gonna see him this week.
no.
It's gonna be a hard week. I'm doing training this week, so I'm on a day shift.
Aww. Oh, Kyle.
He did this to me on like
Yeah,
week
I
3 or
remember-
2 or
I remember
something.
you guys
So
talking about that.
fuck that guy.
You're like, take this back, Kyle. Now you're gonna miss me. Yeah.
Who showed him?
And now he just says,
We have a healthy
You miss me
relationship.
when I'm gone.
Is that like the cup song thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it worked.
Toyota said he'll take his place. Alright, Toyota, you've got to say something very offensive in chat.
Oh, jeez.
Try not to drop any, like, thing too offensive.
too What's too offensive for Kyle?
Kyle wouldn't drop a hard R in the podcast.
Has he not?
Remember?
Has Jordan?
Maybe Jordan. I don't know. But, like, I said Kyle, not Jordan, okay? There's
fair
a
enough.
difference.
We don't. No one needs to make up for Jordan not being
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, Jordan. Jordan is his own beautiful creature.
He's a creature.
Creature, right? Drunk Jordan. I'll say this always. Drunk Jordan's just like I could just sit and muted, like my mic muted in like TeamSpeak and listen to Drunk Jordan just talk for hours. I have done that basically before. One of my favorite times ever was Jordan was in TeamSpeak and he was talking to us for like 2 hours straight, and then said, "Oh, guys, I think I blacked out, man. Like I don't remember anything. Was I just awkwardly quiet this entire time?" What? No, you were leading the conversation for 2 hours, dude. And I'm pretty sure you're on a list now.
Yep.
That was that night, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man. Classic Jordan, you know what I mean? I haven't had Jordan in the podcast in quite a while, actually. We gotta change that soon. Because, every time Jordan's on, though, I feel like I have to do, like, 800 Would You Rather questions, because, like, Jordan's the best for those. Because
Yep.
Jordan will say the hard answers.
And he will give good reasons
Yeah.
why he's correct and we're all wrong.
Exactly. It's the best.
Well, yeah.
Oh, so, it's Toyota. I don't know if this is Toyota's offensive thing, but regardless, I'm giving him points for this. He said to me, "So I wanted to send you a really colorful picture a while back, but I don't have your address."
He's Toyota, no chill.
No chill, dude. Like, Toyota just rocking, like, the number 9. Because his name's Toyota Rockstein. Good old time we got going here. I think, though, we are 2 hours and 8 minutes in to this glorious show. I think I'm gonna put I'm gonna put out the fire. Yeah. Take a bucket of water. And ruin Mark's mixtape. Who? No, it was Eric who had, like, his credit card was, like, mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if it's
That was
still
pretty
is, but
great.
that was the greatest thing. Alright. So, everyone, thank you all for being on. Thank you guys for watching. Like, Toyota, thanks for being in chat, dude. I appreciate you, man. This has been episode 203 of Background Noise, and see you guys next week. Peace.
Goodbye.
Bye.
No.